So, Dirt Nation, we are back. My name is Jason Violette, racing for Leadfoot Racing Entertainment here in our 410 sprint car. So, our last video, you saw us running our 360 in a hosted race. And this is going to be an official race with the NOS Energy Drink 410 series on iRacing. So, we just kicked off season number 4 here. Week number 1 puts us at Lincoln Speedway. So a lot of, some pretty decent updates that iRacing conducted on the break between Season 3 and Season 4, which is the biggest thing is greater track dynamics. So that'll be definitely something we're going to need to be aware of from track to track and from day to day. Just like any track, it changes, from one day to the next. Kind of thinking back to the Eldora Million. When Shukart won it, he did awesome one day, and the next day he couldn't do anything. So, yeah, the same thing here. When you get the setup on point, you're good. And when you miss it, you are wishing you'd done things a lot different. But anyways, let's go and get out onto the racing surface during our practice time here before we actually get into qualifying. So this is going to be, I think it was our second race this week, and I think we're probably going to call it good with just 2 races. We want to prepare for the week to come. So from then, we'll just kind of run some fun races until we switch tracks. But anyways, I just wanted to get this out here so you can enjoy some on-track racing action with us from the cockpit. So let's go out and check out some practice here and just test things out with our setup. Here we go. And I think I did a reset because I needed to load in the proper setup for qualifying. So new season in iRacing, we decided to test out a whole different setup shop. So a lot of it is going to be getting used to how the setups perform and how I need to drive them. So for this track in particular, this setup seems to work really well. Running the cushion. And we got a little crashing and bashing action going on.
Reset!
Alright, a heck of a time to enable on-track chat. So like I said, this is an official race with the NOS Energy Drink 410 series here at iRacing. And right now we are looking at 15 cars, 15 stars currently for this racing session. A lot of fast guys out here. Tyler Schell is actually a pro driver. Lots of fast guys. Loic, always super fast. Clayton, Kenny, Hank is fast too. Andrew Allen, Caden Fulkerts. So yeah, lots of quick guys out here. So we'll see how things shake out here after qualifying. But while we wait for practice to expire, now would be a great time for you to go ahead and grab your favorite beverage. Me personally, I went and grabbed a Wursteiner, which is a Dunkel beer, which is pretty delicious, if I do say so myself. And for whatever reason, recently iRacing has been having a challenge with trading paints, and both of those platforms communicating to each other. So pretty much it works, if you're not familiar, is if you do a car design, you load it into trading paints, and it automatically talks and works with iRacing to get that design on the car that you're running. But it looks like that is it for practice. Now we're going to get right into qualifying. As you see, the track is in pretty decent shape. Some minor slick developing on the entries of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But plenty of good track to work with. All right, our first qualifying lap coming up. And we got a 14.271 for our first circuit around the track. Qualifying lap for number 2 coming at you. See how we did here. 14.105, much better. So even with that decent time, we still ended up in P7. So that just tells you how fast these guys are out here. To get a good idea, quick time was a 13.670. So they're talking about a major gap in our qualifying times. But I wouldn't expect anything less from a pro driver. All right, and if we hold on to P7, we're going to be in heat race number 1. Starting, let's see. Oh, it looks like we ended up getting bumped, maybe. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit until some cars start grading in. So it looks like we did get bumped from P7 to P8. So we are going to be in heat race number 2. So let's go through the field and see who we should follow here. We'll go ahead and focus on this Aaron Eisenhart. See how he can do out here. So they're taking 7 from each heat race and putting them right into the feature. contact there. Almost 4 wide through turns 1 and 2. Yeah, if you can rail the cushion, you get some pretty decent speed.
Sorry. Rear. Really?
I never tried to. I'm down. You came down there.
But you missed the line. You end up over the cushion and in the wall. So you already saw that happen to a couple guys so far. Oh, somebody either ran out of fuel or something. Yeah, it definitely looks like Trading Paints is having some challenges loading in the paints from these other drivers here. Because I know Kenny Hoffman is not a vanilla car, and neither are, you know, the majority of these guys out here. So hopefully Trading Paints and iRacing start playing nice pretty soon.
Sure.
All right, heat race number 1 is in the books. Let's go ahead and get girded in for our heat race. And before we kick off racing action here, I just want to give my sponsors a shout out here. Auto Aces, Jam Sounds DJ Service, Buckeye Contracting, and last but not least, the honorable mention of Maverick Simulations Racing. They are not really an official sponsor, but I do want to put their name out there because I use components that they offer for my sprint car simulator. Everything I bought from them works pretty darn good. Setup instructions are pretty clear, so yeah, it's been a pleasure. Man, we must have got really bumped. We're starting 5th in heat race number 2, so that must have meant we must have qualified like 12th or something. 4, 6, 8, 10th. Yeah, so 12th wouldn't make sense. I would have been starting further back. All right, pretty good start there. Seen some guys get a little squirrely on that restart, but we kept it under control and pretty clean. Cars got together there. Glad we missed that. So went from P5 to P3 in a handful of laps. Now it's just a matter of keeping P3. Oh. Nice attempt on the slider in the 2-for-1, but we say not happening. A little contact there. After the finish of our heat race, we'll go back and look at that contact and see exactly what happened. All right, so that is it for the conclusion of the heat race. So we ended up going from P5 to P3. And we'll go ahead and go back in time a little bit and see exactly what happened. So it looks like Austin was hugging the cushion pretty tight there. We were kind of running the same line we were running. Kind of sliding up a little bit. I was trying to keep it a little lower because I knew he was above me. And it looks like he came down off of the cushion. Kind of made contact with us, but thankfully neither one of us got wrecked during this interaction or collision. So I'm glad it didn't break my rear shock because that's usually what happens.
Sorry about that, that was my fault. Good way, look.
So, looks like
Good way, look.
Austin decided he wanted to junk it.
Good way, look.
But yeah, so it was a good run. Happy to pick up 2 positions. So we will now be starting in P6, I believe, in the feature. So let's go ahead and fast forward until we see the grid laying out for feature racing action. All right, there we go. Yep, so we are starting P6 outside of row number 3. Kind of where I want to be. The setup, like I said, seems to work pretty well on the cushion. So kind of glad that we didn't get put into heat race number 1 because we would have been on the inside for the feature. Alright, but feature racing action would not be the same without queuing up some
Congrats
racing
on the free
music.
win there, please. Thanks to Kenny. Bro.
Look, I don't even know what I'm doing. I just said I mean.
Look, you need a map. This ain't a big one.
Alright, pace truck should be heading off the racing surface on the exit of turn number 2, which means we are going to be getting ready to get rolling for our feature. So not the worst start. Little contact with the guardrail, but nothing major. Just trying to take it easy so everybody can kind of get spread out here. Definitely gonna win races on the first corner. Oh, contact there again. I think it was the same guy from the heat race. Ooh, cars getting together on the guardrail. Exit at number 2. So we got P6 back. Ooh, caution out on the track. Looks like we have one car rolling into the pits. 2 cars rolling into the pits. I don't know if those are the 2 that were involved in the incident off of turn number 2 there. Oh, a little wheel stand there, nice. Oh, alright, I stand corrected. We have moved into P5. So we picked up 1 spot so far. A lot of race ahead of us, so we're only on lap 7 of 30.
Hey, Hank.